What's up, fam? Welcome back. So, today we're going to be looking at interesting TikToks about these end times. A lot of stuff going on right now, a lot of things are happening at the same time. Um, that's what's gotten my attention. So, I just want to know, do you believe in the end time prophecies? Is it just fear mongering? Is it just conspiracy theories and people need to chill out? Uh, you be the judge. Let's get into these.
So you know how everybody been feeling like time is speeding up? Well, this just confirmed the feeling that everybody been feeling because now they said summer 2025 will have the three shortest days as Earth rotation unexpectedly accelerate. Now they say it's supposed to be shorter by 1.5 milliseconds shaved off the clock. Then explain to me why every time I blink, it feels like the day is gone. Like time as we know it is speeding up. And it's crazy because other people have been feeling the exact same way. It done got to the point to where I literally have to have different alarms throughout the day so I can keep track of time. And let's not forget, Matthew 24 and 22 talk about how time is supposed to be shortened in the last days. And even more evidence to prove the point that time is speeding up. But remember this man who put this phone on airplane mode in 2024? He opened the phone and now it's different times. Like the current time that's on this tablet is way different from this phone. It's definitely a lot of strange things that's going on. But y'all let me know in the comments though, who else been feeling like time has been speeding up? Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. I don't care what you
And see, that's the thing. Like, if you've been on the planet for a while, you know time seems like it's been going faster and faster for years. But lately, it seems like it's super sped up. I promise it feels like January of this year, like it's July now. It feels like January was 2 or 3 months ago, if that. Like, it's so fast that it's almost a little scary because this is our lifetime going by. You know what I'm saying? Time is moving fast, but that's your lifetime. Let's go.
say this is not normal. It's not normal. Hail the size of golf balls just hit Binghamton, New York. And it's not the only extreme crazy weather we're getting either. This just happened on July 3rd. We're in the middle of summer. It's like 100 some degrees in California, and they're getting a hailstorm in New York. And look at the size of this hail. Like, that's just not what we see
Man, can't be
very
outside in
often.
that.
And of course, you have the people saying that's just global warming or just weather modification, which it may be some kind of weather modification. The poles are shifting, all these other things. But there's something else going on here because this was foretold to happen in the end times where the earth would be groaning for its redemption. And that's what we're seeing. The earth is groaning. It's like in Texas. Does this look like it's normal to you? Is this what we see happening all the time? Along with all the other signs and the great crazy things that we're seeing. I've got a big tropical storm heading outside of the Carolinas. I mean, things are unraveling. This world is unraveling quickly, and it doesn't look to be getting any better.
I'm gonna make this video really quick because I have to go to work. But animals can't talk, right? But animals can talk. They talk by their actions. The fact that all the animals, the bears, the mountain lions, even the damn bugs are leaving Yellowstone Park,
The bugs.
that's a sign. That's a sign that something is about to happen big because this never happened before. And animals, like usually when like something like an earthquake or something's about to happen, like animals, like they kind of act up a little bit. But the fact that they're leaving is, I think, something that we need to be paying attention to at this point. God is trying to talk to us, guys. He is trying to talk to us. If you don't understand that, I don't even know what to say anymore at this point. This is a sign. The fact that all the animals are leaving and they're all walking together, the birds, they're out. Like, the fact that this is happening, something is about to happen. Most definitely.
And you definitely got to pay attention to the animals, man. I always pay attention to the animals. When they flee from a space, you just gotta not ask any questions. You might want to run with them. But a lot of people think, this might just be a natural migration, but it seems like an odd time of year. Now, I don't know the seasons aside from like birds flying south for the winter and all that. Like, I don't know the seasons of when animals migrate, but it's kind of weird though that they're like coming out into the streets. So okay, so far we've got the time speeding up, we got the animals on the move, and then we just saw that weird hailstorm in the north. That's three things. So it's like all these things happening at the same time kind of make you sit back and be like, I'm not sure where I am with the whole revelation thing, but you got to start taking a step back to say, all right, what might be going on? Let me just kind of at least tap in and pay attention and be aware of what's going on around us, because it seems like a lot of events just stacking on top of each other right now.
On June 20th, I had a vision, a very clear vision. God showed me floods. I mean, not the normal floods, but floods that were terrifying.
So we got flooding in New York and New Jersey, July 4th, Texas, July 8th, New Mexico, Illinois, the 9th, North Carolina, PNW. What's PNW, y'all? MA, July 10th, VA, July 10th, and Iowa. That's okay. And then we got Oklahoma, New York, New Jersey. Like, that's a lot of floods. But he said it wouldn't be water, but fire this time. So, there's that. So what do y'all think about all these floods, man? Is that just global warming, or is it something else?
Floods that were going to take lives, floods that were going to destroy cities, towns, from country to country. Okay? When I seen this vision, I trembled so hard that I've never before in my life have ever called anyone to express the urgency through my vision. I called my friend Jessica, my friend Hosey, and then I called my mom. And all three of them, I said, it's going to sound crazy, but we need to go get life jackets and whistles. This flood's coming. I don't know when, I don't know where, but it's coming. Take the word of God serious when he gives the warnings. This is not over yet, so hold on to God.
So the Middle East is an all-out war as now Israel has struck Syria. Yes, Israel has struck again and struck Syria. And specifically it struck inside of Damascus. And we know the prophecy of Damascus being destroyed in a single night. Hello, wake up. Wasn't yesterday, but I can almost predict that it's coming pretty soon. Also, why is Israel being involved in almost every single conflict in the Middle East? Honestly, every single conflict in the world. It seems that Israel is always at the interface of it all. So with this strike, there's been a confirmed 32 people wounded and 3 people unalive. But before we get into the biblical narrative of it, this is why Israel said that they struck inside of Syria, Damascus. They are saying that Israel was helping and intervening to defend the minority Druze sect in the southwest region of Syria. Apparently, their community straddles along the border with the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights. Syria government forces had joined the militia with the clashes with these people. So they joined in, and they have armed groups, and they are fighting against this minority group of people in Syria, or at least on the border. Syria's foreign ministry condemned Israel's actions, saying that they have been targeting government institutions and civilian facilities in both Damascus and Swida, which led to extensive damage. Like I said, so far, the Israeli strikes in Damascus has killed 3 people and has wounded 34, according to the health ministry in Syria. Now, we know in Isaiah 17, it says that the special word about Damascus, this is a prophecy, a special word is a prophecy. See, Damascus will no longer be a city. It will be destroyed and laid to waste. It will become a wasteland. It will be destroyed and laid to waste. The cities of Error is left empty, and they will be flocks to lie in, and no one will make them afraid. Strong city will be gone from Ephraim. Damascus will no longer. Those Syria who will be left alive will be like the shining greatness of the sons of Israel, says the Lord of all. So could this lead to the destroying of Damascus in a single night, the prophecy in Isaiah 17? Could this lead to this? And will it be done at the hands of Israel? That's crazy. We're rushing headstrong into the return of the Lord Jesus Christ. No, because do y'all remember when...
So far we've got the animals on the move, the flooding. What was the first thing? The time speeding up. Now we got Damascus. All right. Coincidence or what, people? Let's keep going.
I remember when we were saying that time has for sure sped up. There's no way that the days are the same that they were 10 years ago or 15 years ago. That time has sped up, that the days are going by in the snap of a finger. And all of us are saying, like, God has sped up the time. Like, and I made that video about God being outside of time so he can fast forward us without us being able to realize and that time is actually moving fast. Well, scientists are saying that the earth is spinning faster, which is causing time to move faster. Boom, boom, boom. Science always finds a way to confirm God. Now, we all know as Christians that the globe is not spinning faster. We know what it is for real. Isn't it interesting that they try to deceive us by saying, no, it's because you're getting older, time back. No, even when I was 22, 23, time went by slower. 24, time went by slower. As the time progresses, time goes by faster. 2025 has been the quickest year so far up until this point on record. Remember, God said that if the days were not shortened, then no flesh would be saved. And so these days are quickening, technically shortening, to take less time for Jesus to come back. Remember, it also said that if Jesus doesn't come quicker, then there will be no flesh saved. So he has to come quicker than what he was supposed to come in order for flesh to be saved. So in essence, time is moving faster. The scientists are right. They're just wrong about how it's moving faster and who's moving it faster and why. However, they are seeing the same things. So if you are a person who believes in science and you don't believe in God, they're saying that the time is moving fast as well. If you're a person who believes in God, then what we have been saying for so long, the time has been moving faster. It has nothing to do about age. The time has actually been moving faster.
Hey guys, so I wanted to get on here.
So we got science and the metaphysical on the same page. So I might say, how often does that happen? Hey, let's keep going.
Real quick, because I know I am not the only one who's noticing all of these floods. First, we had this massive flood that came without warning in the state of Texas that claimed many innocent lives. A lot of children's lives were lost. Then next, we have another major flood in North Carolina that claimed the lives of many as well. Then I hear that Paris had floods throughout their transit system. And just yesterday, New York City transit system also experienced major flooding. Do anybody else notice the pattern here? Floods, water. Something ain't right and something is going on. And I don't know if this has something to do with the end of times prophecy and biblical principles. But what I do know is that we need to make sure that we are ready. The time is near. The end times are coming. We don't know the day, the hour, or the second, or the minute, but they are coming. And we need to just make sure that we are prepared, that our friends are prepared, that our families are prepared. We need to get prepared. And in doing so, we need to make sure that we are living right for Christ. We need to repent. We need to turn away from our ways. We need to give our lives to Christ. We need to turn away from sin and just spend more time in his presence and get to know him on a personal level and let our actions be a direct reflection of that. I don't know about you, but I know that these patterns aren't normal. Anytime there's a pattern, I believe it's God's way of getting our attention. Something is off. Something is not right. And we need to take notice of it. But not only take notice of it, but do something about it. The end is near, but we need to be prepared.
7.3 magnitude earthquake off the coast of Alaska. Guys, they did get a tsunami warning, but I believe that it downgraded to an advisory. There is definitely something going on in the earth. There's definitely something going on. You can't deny it. You can't sit and act like this isn't happening. I honestly do think it has to do with the ocean current reversing. They did put that in the movie 2012. People have been talking about it. But guys, let me know what you think. These things are getting serious, bro. These birth pains are getting real. 7.3 off the coast is no light thing. I know folks think that nothing ever happens and that, oh, well, the tsunami warning, it was downgraded. But guys, look at what's happening in our world. It's only a matter of time before the Lord removes his spirit off this earth, and there will be nothing holding back the calamity that awaits mankind. Every day it's something. Every day it's something, and it's multiple things. And guys, look, you can sit here and you can keep your head in the sand. You can act like everything is normal, act like everything is fine. But me, no, that's not the case. I can see what's going on. I know some of you guys out there can as well. If you don't have a relationship with Jesus Christ, get one. Jesus said that one of the prevalent signs of the end times was that there would be earthquakes in diverse places. And we're seeing these earthquakes everywhere, every day. So many of them, and they're getting bigger and bigger and more intense and more frequent. We're not fear-mongering. We're trying to warn you and give you the truth.
Hey guys.
So, and see, that's my thing. Okay, so now we got the earthquakes added to the list too. But my thing is this, like, you know, a lot of people, we hear these things, we hear end time prophecies or whatnot, and you're quick to dismiss them because, like, people have been saying this is the end time for years. They've been saying it for decades and centuries. Be that as it may. But my attitude is none of us know for certain, right? None of us know for certain. So do you want to err on the side of caution, or at least live our lives in a way so that you are prepared or protected either way? You know what I'm saying? It's like doing your shadow work, getting yourself right spiritually. Because if this stuff is true, and you know, if end time are a thing, and you know, many people believe there are, then one day they're gonna be right. You know, if it is true, one day it will come to pass. If it's not, then okay, maybe you don't have anything to worry about. But and well, there's a whole another argument I can make about that, but I'm not gonna do that. But I'm just saying, like we don't know for sure, but you can't argue that stuff just feels different. Like there's something in the air, there's something in the atmosphere around the world. Like the energy just feels different. Like let me know in the comments if you agree. Like have you noticed just the vibe just feels off, damn near dystopian even a little bit. So that's another reason why I kind of like sit back and I'm like, you know, I'll take this with a grain of salt, keep my eyes open, see what's going on, just be more aware of your surroundings and what's going on in your world, what's going on in your neighborhood, in your city, and what's going on around the country, what's going on around the world. Just at least stay tapped in so that if something really does start popping off, you won't be totally caught off guard. So, you know, that's the reason why I really wanted to do this video, to just like have that conversation and see what people's thoughts are about it. Let's keep going.
So I've returned, and we have a lot to talk about. And as you can guess, yes, prophecy is still unraveling as we speak. Where do we start? Damascus. Isaiah 17 literally says, Damascus will cease to be a city. It will become a ruinous heap. And what happened yesterday? Israel struck Damascus. And not just anywhere. Military sites, governmental locations, presidential proximities. These are not accidents, and these are not just another headline. What we're seeing are ancient words literally echoing. Words written thousands of years ago that we're seeing play out in the digital age. Before I get to point two, let me just talk about how, like the wildness of it all. Because it was never about whether or not Damascus was destroyed yet. It's the fact that we're seeing the beginning of a collapse. The first cracks in prophecy that everybody laughed at, that everybody shrugged off and said was too metaphorical. It's not a metaphor anymore, guys. Next, let's talk about the Texas floods. Not just a little rain, not just stuff you saw in the forecast. It just happened, like something in the sky just cracked open. But when we look at Luke 21 verse 11, it says there will be great earthquakes, famines, pestilences, fearful events, and great signs from the heavens. This is that. The fearful events. The unexplained natural phenomena. We're getting warnings without the warning. But it doesn't stop there, because guess what else just happened within the last few days? The red heifer. The spotless cow that's key to ancient Jewish purification rituals. Yeah, the sacrifice was just practice. But let me explain it if you're not really getting the gist of it all.
Have y'all heard about the red heifer? I'm new to this. Color me uninformed, but the red heifer, this is a new one.
So they're preparing for temple rites. The only kind of rites that happen when a temple is about to be rebuilt. And if you know what rebuilding the temple means, you know we're talking Revelation and apocryphal territory. Antichrist, abomination of desolation, the third temple, the covenant to be broken. Dude, it's not just symbolic anymore. It's literally moving in real time. But you know what ties it all together? That feeling in your spirit that time just feels different. Like we're not on a normal clock, like things are speeding up, which is another sign of end time prophecy. If you know, you know. But while everything's speeding up, everything's also getting heavier energetically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically. God's voice is getting louder, but the world is trying to match that energy. And I know it's hard to see, but somewhere in the middle of this chaos is love. Not soft love, not romanticized love, but the kind of love that shakes you awake. That's Jesus's love. The kind that makes you weep, because he literally already told us that all of this was going to happen. How he warned us, not to scare us, but to prepare us. If we go back to Luke 21, verse 28, he says, when you begin to see these things take place, stand up and lift your heads, because redemption is near. And may I say, I look at this guy like 70 times a day. I'm not joking. So yeah, this is trippy, but this isn't fear. This is hope with eyes wide open. We're witnessing history. We're witnessing literal biblical prophecy. Some of the last of them at that, because everything else has already taken place. This is the time to stay close to God, to stay close to Christ. We can't keep playing games because prophecy isn't approaching anymore. It's already here. And if you're still here throughout this video, thank you for listening. I really hope you gained something.
Everybody's shocked that science is coming out more so now. I've been heard about this for multiple years, but I think it's getting worse. The Earth's rotation is accelerating and days will be shorter over the coming months. Now, some people don't believe that the Earth rotates in the first place, so that can be a point of conflict, obviously. But nonetheless, this is in scripture, and it's always stuck out to me, and Jesus pointed it out. Here it is. When talking about the end times, Jesus said, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Shall is irrevocable. It cannot be refuted. When God says shall, it's going to happen like that. Now, of course, people are going to sit here and think that Christians are just living in fairy tale la la land. But guys, every single thing that the Bible told us about is happening. And if you don't want to see that, if you don't want to admit that, it's only to your own peril. Jesus will be coming back very soon. There is no coincidence. We're seeing all of the things that we're seeing. The earthquakes, the floods, we're seeing the phenomena in the sky. We're seeing distrust amongst governments. We're seeing dysfunction within our own civilizations, dysfunction across the whole globe. We're seeing wars, rumors of wars, pestilences. We're seeing famines. Even if you're not in a famine, there are places on earth where there are famines. Did I mention earthquakes? There's many more. People are lovers of self more than lovers of God, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of God. They're lovers of money, so on and so forth. There's so many signs. It's just people don't read their Bible. We're in between a rock and a hard place, and Jesus is the only way out. And unfortunately, a lot of people are going to have to find that out the hardest way possible. We have major breaking news. Israel is launching strikes on Damascus, Syria. Here's some footage. In my years of watching world events, I have not seen a strike like this on Damascus. I have not seen anything like it. Let me know if you have. I'm almost positive that you haven't, because what we're seeing right now is very biblical. It's very prophetic. Nothing like this has been done to Damascus. And let me show you why it's in the Bible. For those who don't know, Isaiah 17:1 says, "The burden of Damascus, behold, Damascus is taken away from being a city, and it shall be a ruinous heap." Now, whether Damascus is going to get completely obliterated in this wave of strikes, only God knows. But one thing I do know is that we are seeing biblical and prophetic events happening all over the globe. Prayers go out to those in Damascus right now. Prayers go out to those in Syria. Prayers go out to those all around the world, because guys, what we are seeing is not a joke. It's not friendly. It's not light. People are entering eternity without knowing Jesus Christ, and you cannot complain about it. But one thing you can do is you can search your own heart, and you can see if you have a strong relationship with the Lord. And if you don't, now is your opportunity to get one.
All right, we've gotten to the end of this one. Shout out to those creators on TikTok. And this wasn't an exhaustive list of all the things that's going on. Like, one thing I didn't put in there that there's a lot of discussion about is about crypto. You know, we have the massive crypto adoption that's happening right now, the bills that were passed this week. And a lot of people are saying that, you know, this is the sign of the end times, that they're going to use that to implement the mark of the beast or what have you. I personally tend to think that, you know, crypto adoption is simply the evolution of currency, just the natural evolution of currency, which happens in which has happened, you know, throughout history ever so often. Um, you know, we started out trading rice and cattle and goats and then trinkets and gold and all that stuff and the dollar. And I mean, when you really think about it, we've been moving to a cashless society for decades now. And I just think cryptocurrency is just the latest evolution of that. But, you know, like I said, some people feel like they're going to tie in the mark of the beast and all that stuff. And a lot of people don't look at crypto as a good thing. And of course, there's AI. We can talk for days about that. So, you know, I just wanted to do, excuse me, excuse me, right. Sorry. I just wanted to do this video just to kind of have the conversation. Like, do you believe in these end time prophecies? Are you someone who just dismisses it all? Or are you taking it with a grain of salt like me? Like saying, hey, because I don't know, I'm not going to discount or discredit anything. I'm just going to try to live the right way, do right by people, take care of my loved ones, you know, take care of my brethren, you know, on the planet, and just be the best person I can be. Do my shadow work, and have to trust that spirit will take care of me either way. I think that's just the best way to be in all this. But what are your thoughts? All this stuff coming in together. These are things that's really happening in our world, on our planet right now. So we would be remiss if we don't pay attention, or at least acknowledge it to some extent, where you want to look at it from a spiritual perspective, or just it's life, it's the planet, it's planet Earth, and things happen. You know, some people take that stand. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for hanging out. I'll see you in the next one. Peace and blessings, fam.